Good morning and welcome to the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championships 2013, coming to you live from the Volvo Sports Centre, Riga, Latvia. We're in draw 6 and it will be myself, Kenny Edwards, and Sander Rolvag bringing you coverage of the game between Canada and Russia. Canada going pretty well alongside Russia. Canada with 2 wins so far. And so do Russia as we take a look at the teams. Katerina Galkina at lead, Margarita Fomina at second, third Ludmina Privivkova and Anna Sidrova at skip.
Lineup for Team Canada, we'll have Lisa Weigel play lead. Second player is Alison Kraviazik. Third for the Canadians, Emma Miskew. And again, the team will be skipped by Rachel Homan.
So there we have a look at the standings. There we see Canada 2 wins, 1 defeat, alongside Russia. And Latvia, Italy and China all will look to try and get off the bottom of the pile with a win today. So Sander, what do you expect to see from this game?
Some good shots. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. 2 good teams out there, and just hope we'll get a tight game, an aggressive game, some stones in play. You might just see Russia be a bit more defensive, I think, maybe keep things tight. Good thing for them, they won the last stone, so Canada will kick off the first end. So I think that could be a big advantage for them to be first up on the scoreboard. You don't want to let the Canadians run away from the game. So this is Lisa Weigel, lead for Canada. Not quite sure what the call was here.
Close as you can get it, guys. Hard.
I guess they were looking to bring that to the top of the 4. It will only barely enter the rings. So skip Anna Sidrova will ask for a nose hit here from Katerina Galkina. This Russian team being the reigning European champions. They won just this December in Karlstad, Sweden, beating Eve Muirhead in Scotland in the final. Very exciting latch shot for Anna Sidrova to win it on that occasion. I guess they were maybe kind of an outsider for that event, and I guess they are this week as well. Certainly medal contenders, but I think they need a good week to be on the top of the podium.
Yeah, certainly have improved though over the last 2 or 3 seasons. They now have Thomas Lips as their coach.
Yeah, certainly proved effective as a first event. Was the Europeans, and they won that, so looking to press on with some good results. So far, looks like we're going to have quite the open end. A bit surprised that Canada chose to come into the rings here. It's pretty obvious that Russia was going to play a hitting game. You saw them put a couple of stones in play in the first end against Denmark last night. Although it didn't really work for them, Denmark stole 2 in the first end. Alison Kraviazik, second for Team Canada. Just asked for the hit on a lonely red stone in the rings here. I guess after giving up that to Denmark in the first. You might just feel like you want to run a few stones down and get a bit better feel of the ice before they start playing more aggressive.
So Margarita Fomina for Russia. Hits on the nose. Pretty prolific at the takeout game is Margarita.
You'll see the rules will play here in the round robin round robin play. You have to play 6 ends minimum. You'll have 73 minutes of playing time per team, and if you're ever in trouble, you can call on your coach and have 1 minute of advice. So I guess the good thing about having a simple end like this is it'll save a bit of time on the clock.
That one just over curling, but probably will hang around in the 12 foot. It does. Emma Miscue for Team Canada.
I got it. Hey, Sarah.
Plays the comfortable takeout. So not too much going on here on the first. Both sides maybe just feeling the effects of the week so far. It is a long week, long competition, so I just don't want to make any silly mistakes early on in the first and end up chasing the game. So just exchanging stones at the back of the house. Supers run this one all the way. They do enough to hold it.
So it's time for Rachel Homan. Beat Denmark 8 shots to 2 yesterday. After that mentioned steal of 2 in the first end. Stole 5 ends in a row. Lena Nelson and Denmark didn't have her greatest game, and he only played 7 ends yesterday. We're certainly hoping for 10 ends or more here.
Hey, sir. Is that really down?
No, it's just left. Ends were about solid.
What?
Ends were solid, normal. We just wanted her to know it was left.
Hers curled like 2 inches more, though.
Okay.
Сильно делали вы? А? Вы сильно делали? На 0 не делали, на 9-8 сепарат.
First look at skip Anna Sidorova. This her 4th Women's World Championships. Best finish of 6th back in 2011. That was in Esbjerg, Denmark.
Чуть-чуть повыше сразу. Какие-то роллы странные, не отъезжают. Ну, ролл, кажется, должен быть больше.
They seem to be curling off the wall.
Just make sure I throw it straight.
Okay. A little more.
Whoa!
Lean in.
Close!
Yes.
Hard! Hard!
Well, that's the first World Championship for Rachel Homan. Quite the young team also, but certainly they've had plenty of good competition in
You gotta stay close to those.
Canada.
Okay, so make sure we're cleaning this one. So it's just a big.
I guess it's quite the longer way to go to come here from Canada, rather than, you know, one of the smaller nations like Russia. You probably won't have too many teams, and certainly it's been Anna Sidorova we've seen for the last couple of years. So we're down to the last stone here of the first end, and Rachel Homan not being able to stick around. It's a pretty easy task for Sidorova to just run that stone through and blank the end, retain hammer for the second.
Если что-нибудь заметила, скажи мне, пожалуйста. Мне казалось, было хорошо.
So into the second end here in the Volvo Sports Centre, Riga, Latvia. Russia, Canada. Russia playing the red stones,
Hard over.
Canada the yellow. Russia do have last stone advantage. So Canada throwing up the centre guard, trying to get some cover. And it will be Ekaterina Galkina being asked for an in-turn draw. Clockwise rotation.
So Russian curling is certainly progressing. I was just down for the World Juniors in Sochi, and it was both the Russian team of the men's and women's made it to the final, playing Scotland. So certainly a bright future for Russian curling, I guess. Them hosting the Olympics next year has been a big part of it, the funding and everything. It's really made some good teams out of it. Do you think Europe's catching up on Canada when it comes to curling?
In some ways, yes. But do they need to catch Canada? Are Canada the best nation out there? I would say they have the largest number of curlers, but are they the best? I don't know. I think the way Canada, the system they've got, It's far better than any other European system. You know, you've got to be competitive from your state rather than a selected team, a manufactured team. Most of the European teams are now. I think 4 people can get together and compete from the base level. I think you grow as a team more and probably develop more as well.
So it certainly looks like we're going to have some stones to play here. Alkina comes to the back of the forefoot, and it's Alison Krivjasic to just follow that stone down, play the freeze.
This one just looking a little high for line.
No, never. Okay. Line's back.
So I like to play the hit. I think I might be tempted just to play the back ring weight with this sander rather than throw the heat.
Well, they aren't playing too much weight here, so do have a chance to control it with the sweeping. Just couldn't control it enough, I guess. That one over curls will hang around though. Remember, Russia has last stone, so Canadians need to be a bit careful here, leaving too many stones around, but do have that center guard in play. And so far, Russia is only lying one here. Krivjasic again.
Wait, good.
Yeah, line's good. Yes. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wait's pretty good.
Whoa.
Wait
only, no bounce at all.
Go, go, go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just in front's fine.
That's a really nice shot by Krivjasic.
Yeah, absolute pistol. Glues that one down there on top of it.
Nice shot, Alex. Good sweep.
Мне кажется, надо сюда, потому что потом не достанем. Даже если снимем, она еще сюда привезет.
Там расстояние есть между камнями.
Между этими сантиметров 5 максимум. Надо сюда пока привезти.
Вам нравится?
Да.
Потому что там как раз для друга хорошо нет. 7. 7, да, 75.
So I think that'll just be a corner freeze
Ли немного.
69.
Ли немного. Только вес.
for Russia.
Только вес. Только вес. Ли немного. Ли немного. Много линии.
Вес надо!
Свип, прижай, свип.
Gonna have to go hard to get this one right in on top. Sweepers doing all they can. But pulls up short.
Do you want to throw here or no?
It's tough.
I like that.
Freeze it? Squeeze?
Could try that.
I don't love that.
I don't love that.
No. That's tough, Rach. I can only see like an inch.
Okay. Like there's not much separation.
I know, but the two rocks are close together.
I like the freeze. Let them try and move things around.
I like
Yeah,
that.
maybe this time Rachel Holman should listen to her third
So,
a couple of times yesterday. She
so
didn't.
similar than last
And
game,
probably
or-
made
I think it's pretty similar.
wrong call.
This is a nice pass.
Yeah, I like this call. It's not really an easy shot though. We're thinking about playing the tap back, which is certainly harder, but this is a very precise shot having to be made by MMSQ.
Yeah, certainly, Emma Miscue was certainly tight away with this one. Need to bounce it off the red, maybe.
That doesn't finish in a horrible spot.
No, it doesn't. It's not too bad there.
So, gonna nip over to sheet B here. Scotland playing China, and Muirhead looks to be playing some sort of difficult shot here. Run back on the wing. She's gonna over curl. That looked like maybe some double run double to score a couple, but China will pick up steal of 1 in the first end. So 1-0 after that first end for China. Did see Eve give up a steal to Andrea Schupp in the first end yesterday as well, and then she basically just crushed him after that, so not necessarily a bad sign.
Yeah, so Russia taking on Canada in our feature game, and
Блин, чуть бы еще подвалил.
Ludmina Privovkova trying to open things up. Does remove the guards. It's not a bad spot for Russia at the moment. That red stone that's sitting second shot is probably their saver at the moment.
I mean, the hit's pretty nice, but it is kind of risky. If we hit it and clip them, then it's...
But it's not even that, like, they
Yeah,
can
you don't want to move that
do this.
yellow-red combination in the forfeit. Shot stone
Still slower.
is sitting in a really nice spot, frozen onto that red. Don't want to wiggle those things around.
Okay.
I don't mind hitting it. Okay. Should be safer, I think.
So
Very normal.
Control.
Control.
Rachel Holmes is just going to change her mind. Will that ever affect your concentration? You sit down to play the draw and then she'll change her mind. Just having to play a totally different shot, just like that.
Bit down.
It certainly could do.
Plays a really nice shot though. But just to tickle that
It came down.
Yellowstone in the forefoot, but the angle
I think so.
still there for them.
Halfway down it.
And we're going to take a look at Maria Pritz for Sweden, last stone of the first end. They play Switzerland, and I do believe this is a draw for 2.
Yeah, no problem at all for Maria Pritz. An easy score of 2 in the first. They lead Switzerland. And Privovkova for Russia trying to drive the Yellowstone back onto the other yellow in the forefoot. And all they've done is locked it straight on there. Canada looking
Like yours.
strong.
I think if you turned
to
it
maybe
on this
pick
side,
up a
it
steal.
could've
If I tick the guard, not really.
With those 2
If
stones
I
in the
tick it
front,
on light though, right?
they're kind of staggered
I think
as
we need to
well,
give a
so
little less
not really chance for them to run the red one back.
Okay.
There's Earl Morris, the coach of Team Canada. He's been coaching these girls for a long time. Also the father of John Morris.
on my guard.
Guy we've heard of a couple of times.
Maybe just a touch slower. Just give it a good extension.
How important is it to have a good coach?
You want it like
you think?
ceiling? Top four?
I think it's
For a young team especially.
certainly for a young team it's important.
Sorry,
but,
same as practice.
coaches,
Just a touch slower.
certainly,
Just a good extension.
through my experience, should be more of a team manager than a coach. Just to got to know what works for each team.
Line's good.
Go for weight, go for weight.
One coach for one team won't work for another team, so it's,
Breathe light as hard as you can.
it's fairly important to have someone that fits in, gels with the team.
Hard. 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 Right to it, right to it. See it, guys? Yeah, real light. Sweet. Let's go, guys.
Still slow there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely really gave it on my extension and just nothing.
So it's
Some trouble for Russia here.
и то надо в идеале
Да, можно
Only
еще
two
сверху, но
shots to
наш, да,
go.
останется закрывать.
They need to get to those stones in the forfeit. This is Thomas Lips from Switzerland. Just joined the
Она
team.
еще
not too long ago.
останется, да? Даже если мы ролл сюда сделаем, она закроет, и потом я
As we mentioned, they win the Europeans. His first try.
Надо вот так попадать.
Да чуть поменьше, чуть-чуть.
В смысле, сюда?
Да. Ну, чтобы вот этот верхний тоже уходил.
So looking at the triple here. So Anna Sidorova. Need to clear things up here for our team. And a bit of a mess so far.
Sweep! Oh! Sweep!
Oh, great shot. Removes 2 yellows.
Just looking to squeeze that last one out as well, but just didn't had too much weight on that shot, I think. I've seen her throw a bigger weight before. Just quite a bit too thick. That says it all.
Right to it. You're tapping a foot, I don't care.
So Canada lying shot, and I think they might just be freezing this red one at the back of the 8 foot. Certainly can set up a double here, so got to make sure you come deep of the tee line.
Weight's good!
Yes! Weight's good!
It's got to be close here.
Yes,
Oh, maybe a bit too close. Or is this going to stop? Just going to feather off the shot stone and end up in the perfect spot. And
See the sweeping action of the young Canadian team. They just hatch this one top of the button and feather back onto the red.
That's crazy. Yeah. I didn't think we'd have an issue using the backing. Especially since that was like that was their own shot.
Oh, it's a bit of a cold draw. To the 1 foot for Anna Sidorova.
Но предыдущий не было.
I think you can maybe angle the yellow red back. Force that to
Чуть поправь.
reverse kick maybe.
Мне кажется,
Too
надо...
much distance between them.
I think so. I think you won't be able to drag him enough. Maybe to pick out one yellow, but might just jam though and get up steal 2 that way.
Кажется, не надо. Да, 6 опять не так. Мне больше нравится 7 подкрученный.
Давай 7, добавлю подключение.
So cool draw, as you said, for Sidorova. Really tough to get shot here. Just at least got to make sure to cut Canada down to 1 here.
52.
57. Пока много. Много. Много линий, внимание.
Полностью 4
Свип,
фута.
свип.
Да-да-да.
Свип, да, линия, да.
Yeah, beginning to curl now. It's really hard. Bit of a panic from the girls. And I think the main problem here is the weight. That's pulling way short. Never close to the forfeit. And steal of 2
Что был?
for
It's so funny over there. Like, I think
for
Alex
Canada.
was saying we could have left it and it would have been top 12 had we not touched it. But since we were sweeping it, it really dragged it. Like, that side's
Like
really
that side's
funky.
really funky.
Yeah. Well, I kicked out a lot harder and then like released it and just like leave it, Rachel.
I'll still give it a little extra, I guess. I think this side's just slower. Yeah.
Into the third end.
Stop. It's curling now.
Curling, yeah.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Canada taking
Nice
on
throw.
Russia. Katrina
85. Не
Алкина.
поднимайте щеток, не поднимайте
Part-time
щеток. Очень
model.
сядет точно. Да-да-да, поближе надо.
and
Свип,
part-time
Да, не
athlete.
бросайте, не бросайте.
свип. Надо вес. Свип поближе,
Pretty
свип.
much all these
Вес,
Russian
вес,
girls
вес,
are. They're
вес,
pretty
вес.
much full-time or part-time athletes.
That's tough. All right.
So, you know, Anna Sidorova, they did play Rachel Homan back in 2010 at the World Juniors and Flims in the round robin. Canada won on that occasion. It's
Still on the outside one.
more or less the
It's gotta curl.
same team. Miskew and Holman played together, although Alison Karyazik was alternate
All the weight just comes off, eh? Yeah.
that year. But both Sidorova, Fomina and Galkina played on the team that year. Rachel Holman went on to the final, lost to Anna Hasselborg of Sweden.
Девять.
Внимание.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Свип.
whoa.
Свип, свип, свип. Свип.
Да.
We won't quite make the roll here.
Sorry, how much? Okay.
No, this is pretty good. An inch out, it's nice. Yep. Oh. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Right off.
That's a very nice shot there.
Sounds like the crowd had a latte or something. They're awake now.
Pretty much what was asked for. Just leaves that shooter there, so if Holman ever makes the roll, it'll be quite the short run back for
85.
Нет, нет.
Canada. So again, not quite being able to make the roll.
The double, they're open.
So ours is open.
Yeah. Thermal?
Whoa. Clean.
Touch her.
Yeah. Hard. Hard to stay.
Well, it just really did curl out of the hand, but does stick around in the 12 foot.
She popped it, and then like. I was like,
Well, we look at our game. There are other teams out there playing today. Last on of the second end, it's Iveta Stasas Arsuni, skip of Latvia, looking to score a couple here. Makes a really nice double, and that's going to be a score of 2 after Italy took 3 in the first end. So 3 shots to lead for Italy though after 2. Now Russia plays the hit over on our sheet. Still Canada with a chance to lie to it, but that corner guard is still in play.
You popped it and then it went sideways.
Oh, okay. How much?
Normal.
So you see, it'll not take much ice for these hits. The way these girls throw them,
little down. Oh, whoa.
they just go dead straight.
No.
Kind of an in-out release. Just gonna pop them back and to just hang forever. Really works for them. On sheet B, we have Scotland playing China. You saw even your head with a difficult shot in the first end. Couldn't quite make it, and China picked up a steal of 1. Again, faced with some trouble. Looking to play a really difficult raise and can't quite make it. And China picks up a steal of 1, not being left with much here, Eve Muirhead, it looks. So 2-0 for China over Scotland. And the same for Canada over Russia here on our future game. Not quite being able to find cover here. The Russians still, and Emma Miskew can come out wide to get to the red stone.
Sorry, I had to make sure. Nice throw. Hey.
But it does roll out here, so finally a chance for Russia to come in around the corner guard. And a nice thing about the Yellowstone there, it's so far wide that they'll be able to lie shot when they come around here. Certainly a good chance for Team Russia to get back in the game. Tie things up with a score of 2. Just looking for a nice draw from Lyudmila Privikova here. It's going to come very deep, but just enough to lie shot, I believe. So much space between the guard and that now. I think maybe Homan will just come down with a heavy draw and just tap it and lie to.
Yeah, I think so, Sander. Even if you sit just a couple of feet short of it.
It is back 12 though.
Yeah.
It's almost 0.
Okay. So keep your good extension. You want
I think it's important not to overthrow this one. You just
We're trying to tap it. Okay. I mean, if it's light, it's
just
okay.
throw
Okay.
T-Lam
Similar throw to my
back
last
ring
one.
weight here and let the sweepers do the rest. The ice is very weight sensitive. If you ever throw a bit too much weight here, it might just go straight seem like Rachel popped that one too much.
Right off.
So should be able to get some swing, but so far backing off it.
No. Okay, clean it. Clean
Sounds
it.
like she has good weight, so it'll come down.
Try to move it. Yep.
And there we go. Pretty much untouched by the sweepers. Perfect shot by Rachel Holman.
Nice shot. Thanks. I drew like maybe another foot more than he's.
Все, у нас может достать, если он будет без упора. А если с упором, она к нему идет.
Просто надо вести до Ти.
Тоже так себе.
Вряд ли.
Ну, а как пойдет?
So still a chance for Anna Sidrova if she can get around behind the corner guard. She'll probably want this top tee, top of the 8 foot.
Ну, я, честно говоря, даже не знаю, как лучше, в зависимости от линии. Наш не в доме.
Если будет хорошо, до Ти, да?
Если будет, да, если будет без упоров, без всего, он достается, потому что очень валит. Если будет упор, она приз привезет, как пойдет, не знаю.
Лучше
У
бы у
Лизы
6
была
за Ти.
шестерка, да, добавленная, на 7 где-то, 7-5.
Все, 5 сам!
So Anna Sidrova
Слиняй!
Пока только вес!
Линии много!
Только
flying
Линий много!
out turn
Пока только вес. Нет, протирай,
behind the corner guard.
Протирай, очень много.
Садится!
Не-не-не, вес есть.
Looking heavy.
Вес сам.
Might just go for the freeze here. Well, bounce off a bit too much, and I think maybe the same shots left for Rachel Holman. Again, we'll hop over to Sheet D, where Sweden play Switzerland. Both teams undefeated after 3 games. So, quite an interesting matchup here. Looks like 2 reds are lying for Sweden. Last stone of the 3rd for Tyrion Soni, skip of Switzerland. Just drawing here, I think, for one. Just cleaning this one down. Backing off it now. Oh, just this one gonna slip too far. Yeah, I think so, and surely one. Looked like 2, so big miss from Tyrion Soni. The skip that's been looking pretty solid so far. Now a 4-0 lead for Sweden, as we see Rachel Holman make that shot again. Look easy. And they lie 3. And Anna Sidorova pretty much just have to take her one here, looking to play down the same path she did with her first one. And I think the same thing applies here. You shouldn't throw much more than top ring weight and make your sweepers control it. Don't throw it to the backing. It's so easy to overthrow it, and if you don't get the line, it goes straight through. So just a T-line draw for Anna Sidorova.
Рита первый. Свип. Свип, если в упор, то свип. Нет. Перевалит, девочки.
Yeah, sweepers just keeping this one clean.
Свип, да.
Looks pretty good.
That's important with the communication here. If it's going to over curl, then you really need to sweep it down onto the yellow. And that's just enough. Almost lost that one.
Yeah, they certainly did. But Russia do pick up the single point. They now trail 2-1 after the end.
Ближний. Да, давайте поближе. Да-да-да. Да-да-да, парень еще может. Да-да-да. Средний.
So into the fourth end, you're watching live coverage from the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championships, coming to you from the Volvo Sports Centre, Riga, Latvia. Russia trailing Canada 2-1. And Team Canada, I think we'll probably call the tick shot on the centre guard, try and push that redstone to the side and roll a corner as well.
This is a shot you don't really see from many teams, especially not this early in a game, especially not when you're only 1 point up on your opponent. But it's just something the women teams introduced, especially this season. And you saw them play these type of shots in the Scotties all the time, just denying the opponent to keep stones around the centre line. But Lisa Weagle won't be able to make the shot, and that's a violation of the free guard zone. So Sid Rowe will place that stone back. Lisa Weagle has been pretty solid with those shots. Remember our co-commentator Logan said that she made 9 tick shots in the Scottish final. That's certainly a weapon, but new ice conditions here and new stones and everything, so we'll just take a couple of tries to make it perfect. We haven't seen her play too many of them so far. So 80% for Galkina so far this week. And she'll make 2 nice centre guards. Don't think they were going for 2 centres, but with the first one being so far from the house, they just felt like they needed some better cover. That's a better shot. Maybe comes a bit too deep. Freeze here from Russia would certainly close down the scoring area for the Canadians. So really on the back foot, I think. If Fominac can make a nice shot, 89%, that's pretty solid numbers for her. Could ever keep those numbers for the rest of the week, that's certainly going to push Russia in the right direction. Oh, looky here. Another great shot. Absolutely perfect. Lose it on there, and just as mentioned, Canada on the back foot now, 2 centre guards, 1 locked on there, and Rachel Holman pretty much needs a good shot from Krivyazik here. Playing 81%, not too bad herself. Just taking off one of the guards. If I could guard a couple of times more.
Yeah, certainly, Sander. I think you'll run a few stones down. Maybe wait till later on before they make a play on the red-yellow that's in the forefoot. Haven't done enough to get this one over. We'll need to go really hard. And an absolute sin. Can't afford to do that at this level. Plays it short of the hog line. And update on the game between Scotland and China. Bingjung Wang playing a corner freeze, which has forced Eve Muirhead to draw for 1. Needs to be fully 8 foot. And line looking pretty high at the moment. Will it manage to get past the guard? just does. Cruises into the 4 foot, so it will be a single point for Scotland. They trail 2-1 in that one over there on sheet B.
Yeah, finally an easier shot for Eve to play.
Let's get a steal. Let's get a pair.
Didn't seem like she was left much in the first 2 ends. Not many ends to go as we see Ludmila Privikova now. Play a hit on the winger. 81%, also good numbers. I think you expect to see the teams in the playoff stages play on average 80% or more.
Half. Okay.
Half.
Half for up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Emma Miskey playing 81%.
Yes!
We'll need to up that ever so slightly if they're going to get to the playoff stages. Great shot, squeezes both reds out.
That's almost a perfect shot. Just quite too thin. Certainly playing the double, you were expecting to leave a double right back for the Russians, but just kind of slid through and pushed the yellow one back. So if that would ever have hung around there, it'd be an amazing shot, but only 6-1 now, so not as great. Doesn't even leave the 2 yellows, and looks like we might be headed for a blank end. So just a big miss from Margarita Fomina to not come over the hog line there. Really had a grip on the Canadians on this end.
Yes, I think Russia quite happy to just remove yellow Canadian stone and hope Canada don't
Ну, главное, чтобы наш остался, можно попробовать там. К тому, может, тролл получится.
really go aggressive and a corner freeze or anything like that. So I expect just to see a blank end here in the 4th. So Anna Sidrova 84% in the tournament.
Нет, нет.
Нет, совсем нет. Рид.
Внимание.
О, вообще нет, совсем нет.
Не, до конца не будет.
So Homan just hitting and running. So this gives a chance for Anna Sidrova maybe just to corner freeze the back yellow. Not really in any great danger back there. Rachel Homan can throw the heat. Should be able to spill everything.
Что думаете? 65-7.
65-7, да.
Линия много.
Да-да-да.
Линия будет,
Да,
линия
Сви,
будет, не
пойдем,
меняться.
пойдем,
Сви!
Да-да-да.
Сви!
Надо.
Сви, блин, отлично, надо, поближе, Сви! Сви, еще.
So this one just
Да.
gonna over curl, not enough weight. sure Rachel Holman will just throw the high hard one. Rachel, personal trainer back home in Canada, and picks that one clean. So fourth end will be blanked. The score still 2-1 in Canada's advantage.
Thanks.
Fifth end of this Women's World Curling Championships. Russia trailing by 1.
You got Katerina Galkina puts up the center guard. She's actually one of the most experienced players out here on the field. She's played 318 official games. That would be including World Juniors, some qualification events, but also World Championships and Europeans, Winter University Games, and so on. She's played pretty much everything.
Hard.
Really hard.
Hard, you got it.
Hard!
Hard for weight.
Nice throw.
She's played lead for the most part. Do you think that's a good thing to find your position early on and play that just for a long, long time? Is that the best way to become a best curling player? Just to
95.
start off as a lead and just continue to play lead for like 20 years? Or
Well,
do you want to skip back and forth and try everything and be comfortable in every position?
I think it's good to be comfortable at every position, but some people can deal with the pressure of playing the last stones. Some people don't want that pressure. Other people can judge a stone really, really well with terms of sweeping. So everybody's probably got position within the team. And it doesn't really matter if you're throwing last stones or not, as long as you're winning.
Little more weight. No.
I think it's important for players to accept their role, and you're not going to have good team dynamics if you're leading second, want to be skip, and so on. Just,
and we see a couple of excellent tick shots again from Lisa Weigel.
Yeah, this is what we were expecting from the Holman team this week. Just after seeing these shots over and over again at the Scotties, just been waiting for that one to happen. It just really makes it difficult for your opponent. Yeah. Just denying them to have any stones on the center line, and now have 2 corner guards on each side.
You want to tap or you want to come around?
What do you think? Easier? Yeah. Come around.
Think a little more ice or no?
If I'm a little tight.
The thing is,
Through the house weight there.
you'll split the stones so much. so far away from the centre line, you're not even blocking off any other draws.
Right. Okay.
Both the out and in is available. So that's really one of the keys to playing this type of game, is you want to keep the forfeit open. You always have a chance to score if it doesn't work out for you. Perviazic looking for the turn draw then, behind the corner guard.
How's the weight on this one?
Oh, it's back.
A little deep, it seems.
Okay. No stress.
So a bundle of red stones in the house. I count 6 for Sweden. Tyrion's only left with a draw, already trailing by 4. Can't afford to stop short on this one.
Yeah, so what can she do? Can she pick up the single point?
She better. Starting to be tough for them.
Yeah, they're going really hard on this one. It's curling hard also.
Good tight on line.
So we get fully 4. Have they done enough? They haven't. And it will be a single point steal for Sweden. And they go into a 5-0 lead over Switzerland.
So Sweden looking pretty strong. I wasn't quite sure if they were going to pull off a good week here or not. But 3 wins and looks like they have another in the bag already. Certainly one of the contenders. But we also have a couple of contenders on our sheet here. Canada and Russia, also some of the favorites.
So this one got past the top guard. I think it actually feathers the top guard and squeezes past. What a great shot. Lucy Rybivkova for Russia. Quickly in the hack. He's going to try and follow this one down. The corner frees one in behind the guards. Nice shot. Nice little pocket created.
Okay, mine was like back line.
Yeah.
By the end of it,
It's similar to
You see
it's quicker.
Miss Q
I thought
able
it
to
was pretty
see
similar.
all of that redstone.
Back 12, back line. 12. Back 12.
Yes!
They do feather the guard once again.
Cam.
Left a big pocket for that redstone to jam into. Sweet sweeping action of the front end. It just clicks. High yellow and rolls down, missing the red to the back 12.
Да, с маленьким запасом. На 8.
Сейчас было 7, да, давай 7 по 8, чтобы больше вращения. Много линий, много линий!
Немного добавлю.
Много линий!
Линия будет, Вес, линия будет, да!
Russia trying to get another one round this corner. Failed to do it. Over in Sheet C, Latvia taking on Italy, both yet to pick up a win in this tournament. Gaspari, the Italian skip, looking for a double for an absolute fistful. And this one, she's coming down. Has she made it? Close. Just doesn't get the second one. And it will be a score of 3. So 6-2 they lead in that one. So, not the greatest result there for Emma Miskew, but does get a good shooter.
Ролбу, наверное.
Быстро.
А что думаешь, еще вести? Еще сюда? Оставлять его открытым? Чтобы она вот так делала? Если Титлис играть не так страшно, вот это, который сверху, тогда уже будет так себе, потому что если потом вести, чтобы никаких двойных там не было.
Ну да.
Или большой, да, сюда?
А если станет под двойной, то это на -3. Нам вот сюда большой нельзя.
А тебе тот же двойной, ты -4.
Я имею в виду с тем, который наш ролл останется.
So I'm not quite sure what to do here, the
А типа
Russians.
отрезать эти все, оставить вот так, даже если она сыграет ролл, но этот накатит.
Canada is second and
Но у
third
нее будет здесь атака
with
еще.
the last
Та же
on.
самая.
I think you've got to be cautious not to allow Canada to score 2 here. Can't really afford to go 3 down to a team of Rachel Homan's ability.
А вес мы здесь не очень знаем, да? Мы здесь не возили. Да-то пробьем.
Can't really see another shot and just come top 4 behind the
На
centre
0.
guard.
Средний.
Electing to play the hit.
Не, можно было, конечно, попробовать повести, но у нее там тоже везде эти атаки. Мы вес не знаем, если могу по двойной привести, да?
Атака наш будет
That's
дальше, да?
certainly a very cautious
И если
approach.
ролл делаем, то ближе.
Давай.
Если ролл не делаем, то нет, конечно.
Сделаем нормально. всё будет.
Certainly the top 4 draw is not a very difficult shot. And certainly a shot you should be making if you're the skip of a team at the World Championship. Just being a bit scared here, I think, playing the hit.
It does make a nice hit and roll to sit 2.
Yep, it's a nice result.
But if Canada could maybe just play a draw around to the top of the 4, or would you play the hit in the back one?
I think you might just see them play the hit. But firstly, we're going to skip over to the game between Scotland and China. Finally, it's been Yuang with last on here in the 4th. 1 point up on Ymir Head. Yeah, panic from the Chinese skip. It's going to be close, this one. Also just tapping the red shot stone here, and she's going to make it. Really nice job by Bin Yuang. Didn't have the greatest start to the week, losing out to Denmark quite heavily. We're 10-0 down after 5, but picking up their game, and now a 3 shots to 1 lead over Scotland. As we see Rachel Homan looking for the hit and roll, can't quite make it, and that's actually Russia with a chance to like 4 now.
Yeah, that's why I like the the out-turn draw right around into the forefoot, Sander, rather than play the hit.
Желательно, чтобы остался.
Yes, you can see around 3/4 of the yellow in behind the guard, so.
Yeah, it's not a gimme, but certainly should be able to remove this one from the house. Probably playing a board weight, I think. Should ever just roll this in behind cover as well. Put some pressure on Rachel Holman. Gotta make sure to get to the yellow. Can't crash on the guard here. That's looking really good. Oh, gonna make the roll. That's pretty much a perfect shot. Just be nice to roll a wee bit further though.
Yeah, so you see great sweeping catch 3/4 of this one and roll in behind, and they will sit 5. So a little bit of pressure on skip Rachel Holman.
Hey. Heavy here still?
A little bit.
That's a really nice shot by Sidrova.
Thanks.
But I think you're always going to be a perfectionist when you play a World Championship. And if you ever just roll 2 inches more, there'd be no stone for Rachel Holman to rest on to. Certainly, she can't see much of it, but just might help her a wee bit if she ever gets a tight line. But last stone of the 5th here, 1 point up on the Russian team facing 5. And to get one here, she needs the 1 foot. And she is looking tight here. Oh, this is not good. Oh, what's going to happen here? Sliding in off it. Well, not a disaster. That could have been a lot worse. It's going to be 1 red, so I think Sidrova's happy with picking up a steal. Canadian is maybe a bit relieved after a bit of a panic on the last shot.
You could have taken like sweep it earlier for
Could have been worse. It's 2 each now after 5, so still a tight game. And the teams will head into a 5-minute halftime break. We'll talk to the coaches, have a few snacks and a few drinks. We'll shortly bring you some highlights from the first 5 ends. And of course we'll be back with the rest of the game in a short while.
So second end.
Мне больше нравится 7 подкручиваний.
It's Team Canada sitting 2, Anna Sidrova having to play a draw. And this one comes up short. So steal of 2. They take a 2-0 lead.
It's so funny over there.
Third end. This time it was Canada again sitting short, sitting 3 stones. Anna Sidrova needing to draw the 8 foot.
Sweep! Sweep!
And this one just hung on, and they would pick up the single. They trailed 2-1. Fifth end, Rachel Holman facing 5 Russian Red Rocks. Would need to draw the pin to pick up the single. Swoopers into this one really early. This one over curled, catches the high guard, but spins down, and it will be a steal of 1. So the score after 5 ends is Russia 2, Canada 2. Switzerland, Sweden. Sweden 5-0 up And sitting one, possibly two, again here in the fifth. Tirinzoni being left with absolutely nothing. So can she manage to get on the scoreboard? Both these teams on 3-0. Swoopers look pretty happy with it. It's all about the weight. And is it going to pull up in time? It doesn't, and it will be another single for Sweden. They lead 6-0 through 5 ends. Elsewhere, Scotland are still trailing China 3-1. Latvia trailing Italy 6-2. And as we've seen, Sweden 6-0 up on Switzerland.
Зато, видимо, сюда по одинаковому.
Нет, у нас минута 25.
Ну,
Мы начинаем.
не слабые девочки. 6% на центр. Ну все.
Видите эти два.
Everybody feeling good? Calm, talking's good out there?
Yeah.
So, in terms of giving Rachel feedback on her draw, and I watched you guys talking at the hotline. So tell me about the conversation. How did it go? What were you saying?
Which one?
Before Rachel threw the intern draw, you guys were talking nicely. And, just
So just looking at the stats of the game so far, evenly matched. 85% for Russia, 86% for Canada. So some of the fans in to watch the 6th draw of the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championships 2013. Feature game this morning is Russia versus Canada. Game all tied at 2 each. Canada with that all-important last stone in the 6th.
Let's see. Same way as you've been throwing. This spot's a little stickier. Okay.
So Lisa Weigel for Canada. More than likely attempting the split.
Yes! Hard! Gotta go wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And they do split it off. So the degree of difficulty for these shots is pretty high.
%91 for Katarina Galkina so far in the game. She's been quite solid.
Whoa!
Now she has to hit and sit here for 2.
So Lisa Weigel 71%. Although that's a little lower than you would have liked. The degree of difficulty has been pretty high for Lisa.
And you got to wonder if once doing the stats are just not knowing that they are playing the tech shots, might just think they're crashing on the guards with the draws, because it's not a very common shot to play so early on. So sometimes it's just hard to know what the teams are playing. Like especially with that first shot, the first tick shot we saw from Eagle, they were just sweeping that the whole way. It's easily misunderstood. But it was a perfect shot, made the split.
Margarita Fominat for Russia. Plays the hit. And Canada will just be pretty happy with the way things are on this end. Not too many stones in play. They seem to get themselves in a little trouble, overcomplicate things when there's too many stones in play.
Yep. Oh.
Normal.
No. Yep. Whoa.
Nice head and roll in behind, but relatively short distance between the red and the yellow, so that'll be quite an easy run back.
You go down the other way, it's crazy.
Yeah, over on sheet B, Scotland's Eve Muirhead being forced to take one here in the fifth.
Easy.
Trying to draw the 8 foot. Sweepers.
Line's good.
Claire Hamilton on the right, Vicky Adams on the left.
Yep.
She's keeping this one clean all the way down. And that one draws the 4, so they still trail 2 shots to 3 after 5 ends.
So they're all to the wing here. That's an okay result there.
Повалим, да?
Обычно. Нет. Нет.
Людмила Прivivkova.
Вообще ничего
Нет,
до конца нет.
Нет.
Dixon rolls in. Great shot.
Молодец.
Спасибо.
Yeah.
So Rachel Holman electing to play the run back. That's a miscue.
Yep.
Throwing the heat of this one. Great shot. Peels both the reds out. And rolls away herself.
I tried. Good throw in.
Then takes it across the face. Exactly what was asked for.
Pretty good, and then it just goes.
I thought it was your release maybe.
Push it in.
Yeah, just leave it a little.
Я хочу туда.
No real hiding place for Russia now.
Помните, да, как нам тренер говорил тогда? У нас такая ситуация была, и Томас нам сказал, чтобы мы так не делали.
Чтобы не везли?
Да.
Это был первый энд, сейчас ты шестой.
Это я так думаю.
Lativa. Just maybe finding something under our slider there.
Рита первый. Подождите чуть-чуть.
Свип! Свип не бросать! Да-да-да! Надо. Да, для линии.
Зайти!
Надо.
Not quite getting in behind the corner guard. It's not really in play, that guard, but should Rachel Holman hit and roll maybe 2 inches to the
Поехала сюда.
left.
Мне не нравилось. Счет вообще.
Might come into play.
Yeah.
How much?
So Rachel Holman, 87%.
Yes! Whoa! Yep! Yes, Lise, yes!
Hits and rolls to the open side. Doesn't get too cute with the guard.
That didn't move like I thought it would.
No, I haven't seen that line yet, though, so just a guess.
Чуть побольше.
So Anna Strovel just trying to hit in the nose and hope for a mistake from Rachel Holman.
Свип! Свип, да! Надо.
That one rolls to the back 12, and this will just be a takeout. Probably played it peel weight.
Yeah.
Try and
Yeah,
remove the
really
red
sweet
and roll herself. Rachel will want to keep last stone advantage. Try and maybe blank this 6th end. Maybe blank 7 as well.
Clean, yes! Hard!
Halves that one out. So no score here in the 6th. Russia-Canada still tied at 2 each. And all still to play for.
Честно, мне казалось, она везла. И попала в гард.
6th end. Russia. Canada. Russia playing the Redstones. Canada yellow.
Только Люся.
2-2.
Только Люся пока.
Средний.
Да.
По-моему, вес есть.
Да, поближе,
Вес
да,
ближний, очень ближний.
Да, вот сюда.
Не, сам. Линия есть.
And once again, looking for the split. Great shot once again.
Great throw.
So what's the thinking behind that call, Sander?
Well, as mentioned before, just denies your opponent to have stones along the centre line. You'll keep the forfeit open, and just hard for Sidorova and our team to put any pressure on Canada this way. You can't really play around too much with corner guards up either, so just a very effective way to keep the end open. I'm pretty sure that Rachel Homan's plan here is to blank the 7th end. You really do control the even ends, so they'd like to just blank here, keep hammer and score in the 8th. That way, with an even score, you'll allow your opponent to hammer only one time, and you'll have hammer twice yourself. Coming back home in the 10th end, just a big advantage.
A little more weight.
Yeah, just a little.
So now playing the tick shot the other way. I wonder if they're gonna try and tick the red one onto their yellow, push that one into the house.
Clean it. Yes. Hard. Hard. Hard for a big roll.
We'll see Previkova ready to sweep this one out of play if they protect too hard, but he won't. That would be a perfect shot, really. Just a bit unfortunate that she covers the red stone on the wing. She did push that yellow in to the top of the 12. Keeps the forfeit open. Might just be a bit hard to blank the end here, though. Fomina is asked to throw the center guard here. They're really pushing to keep some stones along the center line and force Canada to take their run in 7th. As we see 4 stones belonging to Sweden in the forfeit. It's not the first time we've seen Skeptin and Sony drawing against a bundle. So last stone. Gotta make it to the 1 foot here. Either just a cool draw right to it, or they can't slide off the red stone on the left hand side of the 4th foot as we see it, but just hanging wide here. It's just not gonna be enough. So surely a steal of 3. That's what they agree on. So just not getting any better for the Swiss side. And they'll shake hands with 9-0 after 6 ends. They've played the minimum. And surely there's no coming back into the game. So that's our first game done.
See what I mean?
And it's Margarita Fomina on our future cheat that will be allowed to come around the center guard and try and sit for shot.
This one looking pretty good, Sander. They've got enough to get into the forfeit. Not quite, but does get fully buried.
Yeah, no hesitation from Rachel Homan here. Is going to call the run back from her second player, Alison Kraviazik. Pretty sure they're still looking to blank here, so don't want to be aggressive. It's pretty much the worst result. Jams it And it's still buried. And a chance to come around again to sit 2. Now the blank is really looking difficult to pull off. And they might just have to consider playing for their 2 here.
Да-да-да, не бросать.
Да-да-да, девочки, да, отлично
Не
идет,
бросать,
отлично
не
идет.
бросать, не бросать, не бросать. Тащите.
Поменяться. Свип и ниже максимально, да?
О, не надо. Нет.
Yeah, a slight mistake from Ludmila Privakova. Didn't want to slip back of the tee. And you would have thought they might have played the draw, but Rachel Homan once again just going to drive the guards back. Russia with a chance to throw another guard.
Да-да-да.
Поменяйтесь. Поменяйтесь.
Не надо меняться, не надо, линия будет. Линия будет.
Да-да-да. Свип.
Надо.
So this time they will elect to play the draw.
I have no idea what the weight is.
The path here, like it should be pretty good. We've thrown a whole bunch down here.
We said that, and then Rachel's was light.
Their time, like theirs said they threw top 12. They pounded the whole way, and it made sense. Like the pack should be good.
So there you heard it. Just a discussion on the weight.
Line's tight. Yep. Line's good. Weight only. Weight only.
Super's going hard on this one. Having a look now.
Gotta go.
Need to go hard to get it past this top red.
Go. Keep going. Whoa.
A great throw from Emma Miskew.
It's a little slow. That felt like draw weight, but you have to sweep it the whole way.
Okay.
You see it. It's past the guard relatively
Great throw.
tightly, but what a finish on that.
Still a little sticky there, I think. Так стоит у них.
Pretty decent. Can't see much of that yellow. I wonder if Sadrov is just called to freeze here.
Что это такое?
Такой был у тебя с самого начала.
Вот здорово.
К нему, да?
Да, к нему.
75 где-то. От 7 до 8 как добавишь.
So Anna Sadrova probably just looking for a corner freeze.
7. Вес сам, чуть сильнее покачать надо. Вес сам.
Вес нет совсем.
Показать.
Нет. Рит, протирай. Протирай.
Сойти пока. Садись, Люсь.
How's the weight in this one?
Не, пусть останется.
Давай за.
Да.
That's it shot. But it's going to be pretty much wide open.
Okay, so just like a back button. Okay. But even if I can release it, there's no double. Sorry? Well, it depends. Like if you roll off at all.
Oh well, Emma Miskew and Rachel Homan thinks over the shot. We'll hop to sheet B for an update between Scotland and China. It's Bin Yuang, skip of the Chinese team, with the last stone of the sixth end here. With a 1 point lead already. We're looking to improve. Big team sweep here to get this draw there. Flying one already. Trying to get two, but it's just not going to be enough for Bin Yuang. Sweepers couldn't drag it there, and only one for her. Still a 4 shots to 2 lead though. Good chance for her to pick up the first win after 3 losses.
Line's really good.
Rachel Homan has made up her mind.
Right there. Well then, no.
I think they were looking at just a back for a weight. Just tap the Russian shot stone. But line's a problem here.
Okay.
It's just gonna feather off it and slide to the back. So Russia still lying shot. I wonder if Sidrova can maybe play the corner freeze now. It'd be really difficult for Rachel Homan to score.
Yeah, sure would be. Even if you throw a guard on this one, Sandra, you don't have to be right up there. Corner freeze the yellow.
I think you might just go for the corner freeze. If you just stop at the top of the 8, still pretty decent. It's gonna be pretty hard for Homan to get the draw in there. Line is certainly an important thing. So just good to go through the option B as well here before you throw it. Make sure your sweepers know where it can stop if they don't get it to the perfect spot. I think we'll see some sort of stone along the center line here. And I guess if they get a good line, they'll probably try and lock it on to the yellow. Just can't bounce off it. That's the most important thing here. Better to stop short. So it's, I think it's one of those shots where you just throw it maybe a bit light and just hope your sweepers can drag it there. It's a good chance for Russia to steal here. But firstly, you just need to put this in the right spot. First one, slightly wide.
Yeah, line's looking pretty good.
Sweep, sweep, sweep.
Secure a little bit more.
Все, оставьте.
She's gonna sit right there. And
have they covered the inside edge though? That's really an important thing.
I don't know, Kenny. I think
Is it there? Can you see it all?
might be a shot here to score one for Homan if she comes to the inside of the red and doubles the shot stone. It will jam, but I think even with the jam, I think the yellow stone will be closer to the pin.
Yeah, it probably is there, but you run the risk of
I know, missing
maybe giving up 2 or 3 if you get it completely wrong. Coming off the winger. So has a chance to maybe pick up 2 or 3 with this one.
Any danger in playing the shot?
Just if they catch it a little too fat, too much of it. Yeah. Coming the end turn.
She's certainly not catching it too thick here. Oof. It's not going to catch anything. Well, I guess that was a better way to miss it. I think if you caught it too thick, it might have made things worse. But Rachel Homan certainly not happy with the result here. Although it's not the worst end to give up a steal, you'll still have hammer in the 8th end.
Yeah. Surprised didn't come in that at the out turn. Get a bit of action off it.
It's just probably the way they preferred to play those in-offs. I know you'll see Kevin Martin throw the intern on that, just from the outside and in. Just very close to making it, actually. It was a pretty thin hit to make it. So I'd say that was a good try. But still a win for Russia, and they have a 1-point lead after 7.
Это первая, Рита, пошире была.
Рита,
Ближе.
Да.
Back in action here in the 8th end. We have a very interesting game between Canada and Russia. Still a win for Russia in the 7th. Stand 1 point ahead of the Canadians. And again, the center guards in play. And this time they're not going to play a tech shot because they would like to go for their 2 here. 8th end, very important to score here. If you ever pick up 2 and then force Russia to take their 1 and 9th, you'll be all squared up with a hammer in 10th. So that would be the plan now for Rachel Homan.
Whoa, line. It's good.
It's gotta go.
Whoa, it's okay. Finish? Yeah.
Okay.
Набирайте еще один. Нет, это уже чересчур.
От задания.
So you'll see Galkina out shooting Weagle by a big margin, although we did talk about maybe there's been a bit of confusion of the shots that Weagle has played. He's played those tech shots that are not very common. They're certainly a more difficult shot to make. So I think Weagle has maybe a better game than the numbers have shown. But Galkina certainly has had a good game with 94%.
Let's see. Wing's good.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
So expect them to play the come around with this one rather than
Really
the
hard.
tech.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Once again, going for the
Yep,
tech.
yep.
And down in behind the corner, that's a great shot. So over on sheet C, it's Italy take it on Latvia. Both teams yet to get a win. And here you see Italy sitting 5.
It's not the first time we've seen this in this draw. Sony also being left with a bunch of opposite stones. This one looking pretty good though. Looks like the sweepers are quite happy. And it's going to come down nicely. That's a very nice draw by Iveta Stasa Sarsuni to score 1. So after 7, that's 7 shots to 3 for Italy.
How much?
Yeah, while we were away watching that one, Margarita Feminat tried to play the takeout on the outside yellow, just behind the corner guard, and completely missed it. So a chance for Canada to spread the play in behind the 2 corner guards.
Okay. Больше половины надо попадать.
Ну давай, да.
Или просто ролл.
Окей. Ага.
Big numbers from Krivyazik, 95%. That's just awesome, really. Bombing at 83. Had a good week so far. She's made a couple of really good shots in the game, but also a couple of blunders. remember that hogged stone earlier in the game, and obviously that fresh just on her first shot here. Can't quite make this roll either.
Okay, draw the throw down.
It's up to you.
I don't mind here.
Okay.
You rolling Lisa's way?
Yeah.
Sorry, how much, Allie?
Down
Down.
normal.
Okay.
Wait, good.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Wow. Ah. Close, close.
No.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, no,
No. That's good.
Rolling to the opposite wing. Makes that quite nicely. Get some good separation. Maybe looking to roll in behind the guard, but it's in a good spot there behind the T-line. Far out in the wing. Ludmila Privikova now has to hit and roll and maybe try and set shot stone behind her red corner. Just going to roll a bit too far. So Canada still lies one, and they'll probably looking to come around the red stone here.
Come on this way if we can bury.
It does go hard up, yeah.
Okay, well,
Looking to maybe come on the in turn.
it's not varying.
Don't want to show too much of this stone on the right hand side, allowing a hit and roll
Yeah, make sure we're even.
towards the right corner guard. But they will play the out turn. Miscue 100% on draws so far, so good chance that she's going to make it. She's
Yep, open.
doing quite well so far. Yes, she's been playing mostly hits, but the few draws she's played have been
Wait
perfect.
only. Switch. Wide open.
Finish, yep.
Yeah, finish. Hard.
Again, very nice
Hard,
sweep
hard, hard,
from
hard.
Emma Miscue. And gets pretty much fully hidden. So I think Miscue will stay at 100% on draws.
Нет. Свет! О! Свип! О! Свип! 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 О! О! О!
Super's really going hard to get it past the guard. Does shave past. And will they roll the other way? They do. I don't think it's going to be fully covered. Some of the supporters of the Russian team making themselves heard. And there you see it is pretty much fully covered.
Okay.
Emma Miscue with the hack weight around the guard.
Lean it. Right off. No. Have it. Lean it. Yes. Hard. Whoa. Just gotta stay closer with it, guys.
Nice throw.
A nice shot from Emma.
She wasn't calling us on though.
Great scrub from front end.
Just not even listening.
Gets that one past. And comes down onto the nose.
I said roll out of my hand. I didn't say anything else.
Try to get
Сейчас у них
третий номер. Я получился не хотел.
Я не знаю, я думаю, я ее засекла или кого-то другого.
Да, давай.
Свип, свип.
So Anna Sidrova also electing to play the hack weight. Can't afford to crash the guard. don't manage to make the roll though. So if Rachel Holman can make hit and maybe roll to the opposite side. The only saving grace for Russia is it's back at tee.
Keep cleaning it the whole way because it helps keep the line. Emma's came down, like it wasn't even half when I hit it through.
What are you throwing?
Same weight's not bad, but half.
Player comparisons, Sidrova 94%.
Stickier here?
Maybe a touch, right?
Rachel Holman only at 78.
Hack.
Just hack. Yep.
And this one looks pretty good.
Yes!
And doesn't roll to the centre. Would have liked to get away, but we're going to take a look at Sheet B, Scotland's Eve Muirhead, with a chance to possibly take 4. Cross-house double.
Whoa!
Our first real chance to pick up
Whoa!
2 or 3 in this game.
Whoa!
How does it look? Catches it perfectly.
There we go. A score of 4 for Scotland. Certainly leave a big shot for Eve Muirhead, and she can make them. So 6 shots to 4 for Scotland now. After 7, big turnaround for the Scots. Just a chance Eve was looking for there.
Sweep!
Back in our sheet, it's Sidorova looking for a roll here off the Canadian stone. And rolls. Oh, so close to perfect. Just here too far. Really went for the roll. I have to appreciate that. But just a bit too far. And has left a draw for Rachel Holman. Just needs to nibble 8 here to score 2.
I don't think
last
so.
one would have been like back 8, back 12, right?
Yeah. I think throw just like a little less than throwing your last draw.
You didn't get sticky here or no?
The side is a touch slower.
It's because it curls more too on this side, right?
Okay, I'll throw the same way as last time then.
Okay.
So needing a piece of 8 with 8 foot. I think they're a little concerned about the stickiness of the ice. Maybe just a little bit frosty out there.
Just mentioned that this side maybe curls a bit more. That will take some of the pace off the stone.
Sweepers were into this really quickly.
Guys, go. You got it. Hard.
I think it's good though. Just needs to keep it up here. Brings it in to the top of the 4, no problem from Rachel Holman. Well swept by Weigel and Krawiasek. And
I need some water.
again, Canada will lead the game now, 4 shots to 3.
So back with the action here
Keep it clean. Keep one of you
from
on it.
the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championships 2013, live from the Volvo Sports Centre, Riga, Latvia. Canada, Russia. Canada 4-3 up in this 9th end. Russia trying to throw a corner guard and ended up just throwing this one back at T-line, so it's going to be difficult for Russia maybe to try and get two or blankness end out. Canada with a chance to put the draw round in behind. Look at the curl on this one.
Hard. Keep going, Em. Hard. A little farther.
And Lisa Weagle does make the draw. Would have liked it maybe 2 or 3 feet further. Katarina Galkina trying to play the hack weight takeout. And gets past. Great shot.
Sorry, control. Okay.
This spot moves quite a bit out.
Sorry?
It moves here.
Canada still with a little bit of work to do.
Get off, right off.
Just nosing that one, so Russia don't really need to get involved with that one. I think I'd be tempted maybe just to play the draw sander rather than play the hit.
Pop that one big there, forming up.
I don't mind the hit, but just gotta go behind. Normal weight, Ali.
So you really want Russia to take a win here. Don't want to let them blank the end, I think. Looked at the draw, but yeah, that might just be a bit too risky. Gotta stick around here, I think. That's a rare mistake from Kryazik in this game, anyway. She's played so solid all game, and now rolls out. You just kind of wonder if they might just could have peeled the center. Maybe even rolled over and punched the red one in, the corner guard. If you were going for your blank, that's what they're doing. Trying to something. Get some action off the white and red, maybe. Just a bit too thick, I think. A very nice try by Fomina. But I don't think Holman's going to play around with this one. It looks like the Russians are getting what they want here. Just blank the end, keep the last on till the 10th end. Be one down, try and score 2 to win the game.
Yes!
Yeah, hits and rolls into the house, so brings the play in. Ludmina Privivkova. Russia just going to play the takeout and try and sit around. Just plays it a little bit too heavy and we'll roll out of play. So Rachel Holman just giving ice for Emma Miskew to draw the open side away from the other red stone back of tee.
Sorry, Em.
It's quick there. It was
Sorry, Em.
Sweep! Sweep! Sweep!
Да-да-да!
Should have run this one really early,
Да-да-да!
О, хорошо. О.
but we'll probably do enough to take it out and stay, which they do. So not too much going on in this ninth end. Slight mistake from Katerina Galkina with her first. That's really put pay to Russia making a 2 here in 9.
I don't think they mind blanking it though, Kenny. Keeping last on for 10.
Are we just getting quicker? Like, Em's looked slow and then
They
it was
can just
over.
go for their 2 and the win there.
I just misjudged. Probably more misjudged than anything.
Двушки 9 было?
Да, 95.
О. Нет, нет. Нет, нет. Протирайте, протирайте.
Rachel Holman with a chance just to peel this red out.
Down. Yep. Close. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Yes!
Will want to stick around, which
Whoa, Ellie.
will
Yep, yep.
force the peel out from Anna Sidrova.
There's just less than your last
Just
one.
a little bit less.
Okay. Nice throw.
Thanks.
just like when we threw this path, we were throwing.
It's
like,
fast, yeah. I
taps,
remember the taps.
And I thought it threw like a light tap, and it ticked or almost went through the house. So it was like, oh, it's fast.
So final stone of the 9th end for Russia and Anna Sidrova. Looking for the blank. Supers on this early. Have they done enough? They haven't, and Russia will score 1.
That's a big mistake from Sidorova. Really didn't want to score 1 there. It's so much better to blanket keep hammer.
Well, there's bumpers too.
On yours, it goes by. You're not allowed to touch it.
Advantage Canada now. 4 each and last stone and 10th.
So the 6th draw of the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championships. This is the 10th end between Canada and Russia, all tied at 4 each. But Canada having the last rock.
Okay, let's make it good.
Yep.
Extra weight. Weight's nice.
Hard for weight. Looks light. Go. Hard.
And another great split from
Sorry, it looks like lots. It wasn't.
Lisa Weigel. Just puts 2 corners up.
Did you think that was a bit more than she'd been throwing?
Yes.
So done.
Плюс первая на всякий случай. Плюс первая. Плюс первая. Плюс первая.
So it makes it really, really difficult to steal when you've got a lead with the ability of Lisa Weigel. You can split the centre guard off pretty much every single time she attempts it.
Tighter, eh?
What turn do you want?
Whichever.
one?
Just a hair more weight.
Okay. Okay, just a touch more.
It's gonna curl a little more.
It's a lot tighter, so you can,
Yeah, touch more weight.
yeah.
Line's good. More weight. Yep. Whoa. Right off.
No.
Yep. Hard.
Going for the same again.
Coming down again.
And all the weight's off of it. Roll it on. Roll it. Keep going, Em. Keep going.
So we'll do split. The centre one off. As we take a look over in sheet B, China facing 2 Scottish counters. Bingjung Wang with a chance to try and narrow the gap to a single point. Just needing a nose hit to score the single. And she will do that. And the score over there is 6-5 in Scotland's favour as they head in to the 9th end.
Out maybe? Wherever
Bit of
we
a
roll,
mistake
it's
there
gonna
from
be
Fomina.
I guess.
We can try, but I don't think it's worth leaving it.
Pretty
like,
sure they
that
were
way,
calling for a centre guard there.
It's not a big deal.
And it slips all the way into the forfeit.
Sorry?
I prefer just like getting the rock out.
Just peel it?
Well, she wants
go
to stick
here.
around, so.
I don't know if I like that, because then it'll jam on. You try and
Yeah,
hit it
I
on
don't
that
like-
side.
You don't like this?
I prefer rolling the
Yeah.
side with our rocks.
We're already a foot over to the center, so it's easier to roll it.
But then you can't get that rock out.
Okay, it's up to you. Well, I don't think we'll be hitting that rock.
Wow.
We'll probably be like just behind
It's
the
just
tee
then
line.
we have rocks on both sides. When we try to peel, we'll jam on both our rocks.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I like thinking there, actually, Sander.
Normal?
Yeah.
We don't want to have a stone in behind there if they need to remove that red stone, make it difficult. So a good call from the front end.
Yeah, and even if you have to peel a centre guard now, you can peel it one way
Let it come
all
back.
the time and maybe rip one of the Russian stones rather than one of your own. So just kind of gather the yellows on one side is probably a good option. Does roll all the way out. Not too bad, but you will leave Russia a lying shot as we hop over to sheet C. It's Latvia playing Italy. It's Diana Gaspari with her last stone of the 9th end. Latvia setting a couple with the tap back, I think, trying to draw onto the reds, but gonna over curl and catch the guard. And it's a steal of 2 for Latvia. So maybe a chance for them to get back in the game. Only a 2-point lead now for Italy, but after 9, 2 up with hammer. Should be okay for the Italians. Certainly there are some home fans here in Riga that will be looking for a win from the Latvian women's team.
Pretty thin.
Okay.
Very
I don't
close
mind
enough to
trying
beating
around.
Japan last night. Just couldn't quite
Okay.
pull it off in the
Pretty
last
sure you
end
can
there.
play them out.
All we really need is shot.
I can throw control.
So again, the centre guard's going to
Well,
slip
if they're
into
like
the
down
rings here
normal, and
from
then if
Team
we
Russia.
were hitting it thin, we can do it.
You really want to keep the centre guard high,
I
making
like
it hard
normal 'cause
for,
it's moving.
Okay.
for Canada to peel it off.
Normal weight.
Okay.
The only
If it goes
problem
up, we'll
with
get the roll,
playing the
but go
tech
for
shot
the-
is for Krivyazik here. Oh, there we
Nice.
go. Super shot. Removes both reds and slides deep as well.
Beauty. Great shot.
Controlled weight. Just made it look easy there. No sweeping.
We were actually
Caught it perfect. And Anna Sidorova will call a timeout to see that one again. Just excellent.
I think it should be out.
That could prove important, that shot.
Yeah, I just pushed it over.
Certainly
Что они там вещают?
makes things a bit more comfortable for Rachel Homan.
Что он говорит, Ань?
А?
Они так не заинтересованы?
Нет, мне просто сказал, что он...
Yeah, we see Thomas Lips making his way down
Если мы
from
сейчас будем
the
ставить,
bench.
они, ну, понятное дело, что они будут его снимать. Просто если мы сюда
не так
везем,
просто
мы
его
сейчас
снимать.
делаем уже сразу ближе, да? И как бы, что они, если мы делаем идеально ближе, еще из-за гарда, куда они будут снимать этот гард? И у нас, типа, до последнего гард, и на начало дома сюда ставишь. Если ты сейчас ставишь гард, то ты просто
Do you think
приводишь,
they
и
will
она,
call the
пожалуйста,
centre
везде
guard
больше,
once
чем
again,
8 фут,
Sander?
потому что это даст
I think you could
Ань,
call a
даже если
centre
потом до конца мы
at
будем
least
вести
once
с самого
more, and
начала, у
then
них останутся те же 8 футов
kind
для
of have to
постановки.
come into the house.
Да, только так у нас будет стоять еще камень по
At
центру, у
least
нас
with
будет два
Sidorova's
камня в
first
доме,
one.
а не один, как здесь. Если я оставлю все
Да,
это на
есть в
свой
этом
последний.
смысл.
So coach Thomas Lips will make it to the ace.
The high guard, which we tried to. With the first, of course. And the second.
And then I would go into the house. But the first one, yeah, it's, let's say 1 meter above the hook line. So that's probably
Чтобы ей было сложно снимать.
there is a chance. And after that, with already then with the second going to something behind this guard probably. So that we are short at least.
Okay.
So it's pretty clear from Thomas Lip what the game plan is here. They're going to throw the high centre guard, and as we talked about, just might be difficult for the Canadians to peel it off without jamming. Then you just hope they'll jam and make your redstone spin back onto the centre line.
На одну, наверное,
That way you'll have centre guard and then you could come around it. So one more centre guard, and if it doesn't work, I think you heard Lips tell him to come into the house with Privikova's second stone. So just don't want to barely creep over the hog line here.
Yeah, just probably want it
Just past the Ford logo, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah, 2 or 3 feet over.
That's pretty good spot, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty much perfect. See the angles, you gotta clip that one pretty thin to not jam it.
By it or into it?
Like on top of the guard.
That's real thin to go on top, and then it might drag it back in.
So thick?
Sorry?
Go thick then?
Sure?
Okay.
I think if you're going to do anything,
I don't mind going thick this way.
drive the red towards the yellow rather than drive it towards the other
Looks
red.
harder from here, but whatever you think.
Get more options if it's your yellow.
We could go thin this way.
Do you want to look at the angles then?
I
You
like
come
the
look
thin
at
one,
it.
really. It looks a lot harder to make it thick. Miscue's just going to come down and have a look. She's the one playing the shot, so
I don't want to go thin this way.
Okay.
I think you could
I feel
thin
like I
the
have
other way.
more room on this side.
I'm just worried about you tapping them in.
But I'd rather tap them in than roll and leave a guard there.
Okay, we could go by it pretty easy though. There's a big gap here.
Okay, so are we going thick?
We can, yeah.
Like 3/4? Well,
Sure.
2/3?
Half, I think. Half's not gonna stick it.
So going, let's peel this one thick.
Okay.
Quite sure if I like that.
Got to watch you don't jam it in the back
hit
on
it.
in.
Yeah.
So that's why I like peeling it the other way to
we're trying
the
to, like,
right as we look at the overhead.
Go on the inside of that card. Okay.
Yeah, either that. I think you can do the same shot, just catch it thin, just even 1/4, I think you'll be fine. But just catching this one thick, you might just jam at the back, as you say, but also maybe jam on the corner guard. Oh, it's gonna catch it too thick and leave long center guard. So, certainly found a good spot there, Privikova. Really asked the question of Emma Miscue, and after a lot of discussion, she'll miss the shot. Privikova now with a chance to come around the center.
Сильновато сам.
Протирайте.
Совсем сам.
Протирай.
Кать, протирай, Кать. Без затей, Богат. Катя,
Nice
нет,
to get a
Рита
shot,
первый,
good
Рита
shot
первый,
stone here.
Рита первый. Рита. Нет, нет.
Don't want to come too deep, just top 4.
Без отлично, но сам затей.
Really just backing off this one. Will come a bit too deep.
Yeah, it's a little bit too deep. It needs to be sort of top of the tee line on the 4-foot really.
That way?
Yeah.
I guess if
What am I hitting?
Sorry?
they peel the
How
center
much do I
guard
have
here,
to hit?
Half?
Hey,
1/4's fine.
you might just see Sidorova throwing at her center. And if they peel that one off again, they could come top 8 and force Holman to draw the 4-foot. So it's not terrible right there from Privikova.
Whoa. Clean, clean. Yep. Whoa.
Makes the peel nicely this time.
That one was a 13-6.
So they call the center guard here. I think you might as well just overcurl the center line. Don't want to leave a too big of an angle. I might just attempt Woman to make the slash double, and then you're left with nothing.
Yeah, I think you've got to put that just about in line with the other two guards out front. I think that would be the call. I don't think you're going to win a game with someone just fully 8, no more.
Да-да-да.
Свип.
Да-да-да. Не надо очень, свип. И Катя первый.
Не надо, не надо, линия есть.
We're curling a bit too much here.
Ничего.
Will Homan go for the kill here and go around it? What do you think?
I think she'll go for the peel. I think as long as she has a shot to win the game, she's happy.
Peel?
And it's certainly going to be either a nose hit or a forfeit draw. And I think we have handshakes here between Latvia and Italy. I guess Diana Gaspari ran the Latvians out of stones in the 10th end. Had to steal 2 for the extra, the Latvians, and still no win for them.
Clean it.
But Diana Gaspari will pick up her first, as we see Rachel Homan here. Just peel off the center and actually take off her back. I don't think that's a big issue though.
Он по-любому подвалит, да.
Where do you put this one? Just top 8 right there. Make sure they can't play the nose hit.
Yeah, that's exactly where you want to put it. As we head over live to Sheet B. Scotland leading China 6-5. Scotland's Eden Muirhead with only 6 minutes left on the clock. So, been taking her time in this game.
Lane's good.
Looks like she's lying 1 at the moment. Just gonna get to the forfeit to score 2. Well, maybe she's lying 2 actually, not sure.
So it needs to curl to get a piece of this yellow, to tap it back.
Hard! Hard!
And they do enough to get 2 though. So they will now lead 8-5 heading into the 10th. Scotland running tight for time. 5 minutes, 49 seconds for them to play the 10th end.
Well, the good thing for them is they're going to be paying the peels, being 3 up. I think they're going to be fine as long as they don't waste too much time in the hack.
Рита первая, аккуратно, 8, не ниже.
Рита первая,
Нет,
начало
нет, оу.
Свип! Свип! Свип, да!
Oh, this one looking pretty good from Sidrova. They will sit 2. And Rachel Homan doesn't even consider the double. All she's looking at is a draw to the forfeit.
Just a couple feet more than the last one. Okay. Even the same, I mean, we're there. Okay. We were buttons. Yeah.
So it needs to be fully 8
Just
to
a little
pick up
outside the edge
another
of
win.
it. Yeah.
There you see a draw accuracy, only 76%. Missed a couple of draws.
Mine's real nice. Still though. Pretty
Troopers
good.
are into this one.
Pretty good. Mine's really good. It's really hanging. It's really hanging. Mine's really good. I don't think you can hurt it. Looks like it needs it. Can't hurt it. Go.
They're going to have to go hard in this one.
Look up, look up. Clean it. Heavy clean it, clean it, clean it.
The young skip, no problem. Throws that one right down onto the forefooot. Canada pick up another win. They move to 3-1 here at the World Championships. Russia suffer their second defeat. They go to 2-2. So final score 5-4. Canada beat Russia.
I gave this much more ice, so I think there's a ridge there. I had to, because if I was on the forefoot, they
I don't think Anna Sidrova can be too disappointed with their performance.
Close that line, and it's
still swooped in.
Once again, Canada,
Like
a
there's some
couple of
weird,
tactical errors that
changing
have
of ice mid-game. And then
been punished here at the World Championships.
It curls more at the
Well, I
start.
think there is a very strong ridge.
Had
because in
opportunity
practice
to
we've
maybe
seen, I think it's
finish
the same as the
the
Scotties,
Russians off earlier on,
where they had to
but
like, they weren't.
a couple of slack shots put pay to that. So hopefully we'll chop over to the Scotland-China game. Scotland leading 8-5 at the moment. So here we are at the Mount Titlis World Women's Curling Championship, bringing you coverage during the game of Scotland-China.
Yep.
Scotland's
Clean.
Vicky Adams
Clean.
playing the takeout on the only guard that's in play.
Good throw.
China trailing by 3, 8-5 here in the 10th.
台湾决策就行啊。
China looking for some sort of cover. Not managed to get any guards in play.
Okay.
Throwing the lead rocks into the house. Something you can't really afford to do at this world level if you're expecting to pick up a 3. Scotland's Anna Sloan.
Yep. Hard.
Will need to concentrate.
Hard.
Can't afford to nose.
Come on, go clear. Okay, Anna.
Probably doesn't enough to pull that red out of play. It's not really in play there.
OK，往下擦一擦，
Yin
失
Li
血。
for China.
OK，下线擦。OK。
Trying to throw in around
OK，
the long red.
擦一擦，哦，还可以。不擦了。擦，没事。再擦。
That's a great effort.
Okay.
It's probably as good as they could do. But I'm sure Anna Sloan will be able to see all of that stone.
Oh. Clean. Good, Anna. Nice throw.
So a nice clean throw from the Scottish third. Peels the yellow from play, and Eve Muirhead will have 2 opportunities to kill the game off.
OK。OK， 下线擦。下线擦，加油！L。
China need this one to be counting. And And it just is. So, if Eve Muirhead could remove this from play and run China out of stones. So, 22-year-old, already Olympian, with a chance to pick up another win and move to 3-1, and she does that, and
Thank you. Thank you.
that's the game. So a rocky start for Team Scotland, but they managed to come out on top. A nice double by Eve Muirhead in the 7th end, picked up 4.
Yeah, that's grand. We just need to string 2 halves together.
The final score on sheet B, Scotland 8,
or the opposite.
China 5. Russia, Canada, 7th end. Rachel Homan facing one, going for the in off the winger. Over curled, misses everything, and Russia would steal one. 8th end. Canada already sitting one. Rachel Homan with a chance to pick up 2 and once again take the lead. They do, and they would lead the game.
Just a little outside the edge of 8, eh? Yeah.
So Russia sitting 2. Rachel Homan needing to be fully 8 foot to pick up the win. Supers, we're pretty happy with it all the way down, and it pulls up on the tee line. So a perfect storm from Rachel Homan and Team Canada. They pick up another win over Russia, 5-4. Elsewhere, Scotland, as we've seen, beating China. Latvia still yet to pick up a win. They were defeated by Italy 7-5, and Sweden whitewashing Switzerland 9-0. There you see the standings. Sweden on 4-0. Scotland, Canada and Switzerland 3-1. And there we see the team that we just seen, Russia 2-2. And 2 teams at the bottom, Latvia and China, yet to get a win.
So, were you happy with Anna Sidorova playing the nose hit for 1, knowing you have Lisa Weigel on the team to make those stick shots?
Yeah, well, I mean, we always want to have Hammer coming home. I mean, tied up is a bonus to try and to get them to hit and stay. But yeah, we had a really solid game, and it was a tough battle. But yeah, yeah, we played really well in the end.
Seems like you're playing better and better. Is it fair to say that you're settling in here in Riga?
Yeah, for sure. And learning the ice and learning the rocks and that, and yeah, kind of gelling as a team. So it's good. It's fun.
And you play USA tonight. Are you looking forward to playing your American neighbours?
Yeah, should be fun. We haven't played them in a long time, actually, and I don't think we've ever played that exact lineup. But yeah, it should be good.
Thank you very much. Congrats.
Thanks.
So that was Rachel Homan, the winning skip. So from us here at the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championships 2013 from the Volvo Sports Centre, Riga, Latvia, I've been Kenny Edwards and I've been joined by Sander Rolvag. And thanks for listening.